Is she a dancing diva or not? What side are you on?
I was like, whoa!
You name it, done!
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Whoa! Does this mean I have to grow up? I'm so excited.
Gamers, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben the Parvinator Parvin. Hey, what's up? Welcome, Rotus, Ichigo. What's up, guys? Welcome. An appropriate sound effect, chosen at random. Yeah, sorry guys, running late today. In part because I was trying to figure out this lighting situation, and a little piece of, you know, like as you like extend the lights out or whatever, one of the things, I forget what you call it, but one of the things that like keeps that in place snapped, and it just wants to like slide all the way down. So it's up there right now with a hope and a prayer, and hoping, I'm half expecting it to slam down at some point. Not on me though. It would probably just go straight down with a very loud crash. I don't think anyone is in danger, but we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna I know, man. Yeah, honestly, it's stressful because
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
Thank you, Kat. Well, thanks for the sub, man. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, it's stressful. You know, the lead up, I'm late a lot to streaming, and what sucks is that there's always a level of like high stress. It's not like I'm just like, oh yeah, man, what time is it? We'll get another round in, you know. So it's, but I don't know. To an extent, that's life. I do my best, but yeah, it is what it is, you know. Let's ride the bus. Hey, we all can grow and we all can learn, right? We're riding the bus to Fourside, or apparently that's what they told us, so we're going to be hopping on that bus to Fourside. taking the gray hand. I think it even says on the screen. Or like I had a GIF at some point that said gray hand, I think. I think one of you even mentioned it, but yeah. What's up, Kat? Welcome. Yeah, thank you for that sub, and happy Wednesday. Can't believe it, man. Yeah, that's a lot of months. It's a lot of months. Yeah. Thanks, thanks, Ro. It's tough, you know, especially all of us doing it. It's like a one-person job, you know. And we all have like busy lives outside of this too. So yeah, it's it can be a lot, especially when you strive for the quality that a lot of the folks that stream around here strive for, you know. Yeah, I think days wise I'm consistent, and I'm usually hitting you know, within like an hour and a half, like around the same time. It's just my ETAs suck. And I always set them thinking I can hit it. I don't ever set it with like, oh, you know, let's set it here, leave them hanging. But yeah. I wish I were that cool, you know. But yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate you being here. Happy Wednesday. And just show up and see what happens. Let the viewers tell me what's gonna happen. Yeah. That's it. Well, that could be a good way sometimes, especially to make sure you hit on a date or time or something, you know, on a schedule, whatever. Hey, I just got to get in there and do it this night, and you know, what happens happens. Oh, Yoshi tongue. Oh man. How you guys been? How's your week going?
Give me a hell yeah!
It's been a decent one for me. It's just been pretty stressful. Yesterday was it wasn't too difficult to deal with, but we had been stressed the last couple days because my wife went out to start the car up the other day to go to, you know, go to an appointment she had, and car doesn't start. Turns out it was just a battery, but I was really busy on the day. You know, I was streaming and stuff, or you know, prepping for a stream on that day that the battery went out or car wouldn't start and stuff, and you know, she came back in because she was already running a bit late. And it's funny because I still have this new phone. I like wanted to help more and like maybe order a Lyft or Uber or something real quick, but I still don't have a lot of apps yet on this thing, and I don't want to get a whole bunch, honestly, just what I need. But I do occasionally have to do a ride share or something, so. But yeah, I was like, call an Uber, you know, just like, why don't you call an Uber? So I said it just like very excitedly, but I think in that moment it's just kind of stressful too, and also like, why don't you? So thankfully she takes, you know, she understands, and you know, I was honestly, as I realized I had said that, I was like, that came across weird, or just like that was not. But yeah. And then today, you know, I knew that I was gonna, or rather yesterday, I knew I was gonna have to deal with it. And we didn't know what it was at that point, and I was thinking it was something more, you know, starter, ignition, something along those lines. And yeah, it turned out it was actually just the battery this time, but yeah. It was just really old. It hadn't like completely, it was just a very slow death on that battery, I think. It wasn't like a, you know, of course it's not like it got really cold or something, but yeah. Nice. Well, Rhodes, enjoy your time on the couch. I hear you, man. I almost backed out of this stream because I wasn't, actually just after I posted on Discord, I was doing some chores around the house for a little bit, and then got hit with a bad headache. Oh, he gave us some a couple life noodles already, and he wants to give us another, huh? Yeah, right, Rhodes. Kat said, flew back to Japan yesterday. Missed my connecting flight in Beijing. Oh, okay, so what kind of headache did that cause? Speaking of headaches, how long did you have to stay in Beijing? Bum. Oh, yeah, I'm sure, Rhodes. I bet it's like a... Well, you know, it's like you know, taking, I guess, like, you're saying, like, the comfortable route, or, you know... or at least you can feel like you, I'll say for myself, I can feel more and more like, oh, you deserve to chill right now. You've been running yourself down, or this or that, you know. There's more negotiation than ever to, sometimes to, you know, I don't know, have a bit of, well, you know, just like, yeah, do the lazy thing, the safe thing. But I don't know, I've been better at trying to fight that lately. Because there's momentum to that for sure. And I think, I don't know, it's since, especially since, you know, we don't have kids or anything. It's like I should really, and I get a lot of fulfillment out of getting out and doing things. Actually more, you know, because I can get really that feeling of cooped up, and I don't chill well. I know that's probably a total surprise or absolutely obvious, but yeah, I don't, yeah. I can have trouble having too much time. And even if I can feel like I'm not not feeling that great, I should not do this thing we were going to do this weekend. And then it's like, I usually end up regretting that, even like from the standpoint of I just don't even enjoy what I end up doing at home either, you know. It's like I'm kind of frustrated with my time or something, yeah. Oh no, Cat. Oh, that sucks. Wow, so yeah, I had to go to security again. Right, okay. Well, I'm glad you got on the plane, you know. Right, yeah. Missing a flight and having, I guess, a few hours or something. It could have been a lot worse, right? Yeah. Well, you know, airports, there's so much going on. It'd be easy to miss someone holding up a sign. You know, they're already such miserable, busy places, you know. Catching up with the chat. Yeah, right, Rhodes. I was seeing your last one about being the roach hunter. I think, did you ever see Workaholics? There was an episode that apparently was based on a real life experience. But yeah, the one where they deal with their rat infestation. As I say that, I'm like, was it rats? That doesn't sound right to me. I'm like, hey, Dustin, what's up? Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. But yeah, they've got something big time that they're infested with, and they go around and yeah, it's there should be playing like some metal in the background or something.
Give me a hell yeah!
That's funny. Happy Wednesday, Dustin. Yeah, hope you're having a decent week. I just got this thing rolling. I'm really just walking around kind of absent-mindedly. So here's the deal, just to check in on the game for half a second. We just got our third of these. Let me show you. The third sanctuary sound recorded in our thingamabobber here. I'll learn all the proper nouns in this game on the second playthrough. 3 out of 8, and I think that this is kind of your main quest item sort of thing, or there was a lot of exposition at the very beginning of the game from a time traveler who told us world's going to end in 10 years and we need to go and find these 8 sanctuary places, and using that will basically like help us use the Earth's power, I think, to repel this alien invasion, something along those lines. That's the gist I get from it. Oh, yeah. I haven't watched a whole lot of It's Always Sunny. I like what I've seen, but it's just there's so many shows, and I wasn't really watching it like during its, as it was first like really getting rolling. But I think it's an easy series also to watch something out of context, or pull an episode. I've had some friends who were like in the middle of going through it, and they were like, "Oh, would you want to watch an episode of this?" Yeah, let's do it. It's usually pretty good out of context. Whole Milky Well, what this? Ding, ding. Yep. Well, we went that way. That's where our sanctuary thing is. Could even maybe get a little easy experience real quick. Captain Planet. I know that the guys behind Workaholics also mentioned, being, or, like loving It's Always Sunny, and obviously taking some inspiration from them as well. They were also both running at the same time for a while. Dustin, can you help me? Maybe I missed a joke for the Captain Planet reference. Oh, sorry. You're saying like what would happen if we got all the sanctuaries? Yeah, okay. Right. With all your powers combined. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. Sorry, it took me a second. I am Captain Planet. We're playing through Final Fantasy VII, and it's kind of funny. Also, now that I've played the first, or, remake, first part of the, the remake trilogy they're doing. Now when I read some of the text, I can't not hear it in some of the voiceover from that game, especially Barrett's. Fireball, welcome. How you doing? Welcome. What's new, Fireball?
I was like, whoa!
How are ya?
Hello there.
I'm just gonna game our problems away. Why is our PP didn't heal up back there? Maybe I didn't spend long enough in the hot springs. No, I didn't, Rhodes. What did it? Okay, it's got some nudity in it or something. They went even the trailer. This is a trailer you're saying, or like a do. Well, I don't know anything about Hellraiser, I don't think. We gotta save the planet. Can't you hear that, Cloud? It's the planet. I'm getting the film, Hellraiser. Nope. All right. Looks like we've got the pins in the face. The same thing. Okay. I've seen this image, but I know so little about OBS. Get the hell out of here. No, I don't want to update the software right now. Are you kidding? I've seen that face before. He's into acupuncture. A video game based on Clive Barker's Hellraiser franchise is in development from Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games. Titled Clive Barker's Hellraiser Revival. The single-player survival horror action game marks the first ever video game based on the horror series. The game will put players face-to-face against the legendary Pinhead, with actor Doug Bradley returning to the role for the first time in nearly 2 decades. All right. I'm seeing this quote at the end of this. Yeah. The last thing, a quote from the Saber Interactive CEO and co-founder. We look forward to opening up the gates of hell. There you go. I think I did, Ichigo. Probably so. Let's put the trailer on right now. Let's do it. We don't have any prudes around here.
That is a disgusting act.
No, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not going to watch the trailer now, but yeah, I'll get around to that at some point. Yeah. I can imagine. Actually, I don't know if I'll get around to it because I don't know if I'll play the game, but I am curious to just see how hard the trailer goes. So that, yeah, good. I'll bring it back around again. Yeah, let's pull it up. Pull up the trailer. Dun, dun, dun. Was she okay? But you can't put that in a trailer, man. That's funny. Well, you know what's funny is it's that idea of like sitting around and try to think like, what do we need for our trailer? We got to get some headlines here. All right, we want to raise some eyebrows. And they're like, all right, we're gonna have some sex right at the beginning, and kick it off a little sex.
The pounding.
All right, we're gonna ease them in with that a little bit, right? And then we're just gonna hit them with the most grotesque imagery they've ever seen in their lives. Quick cuts of that. Terrible gore. Yeah. How so, Ichigo? Yeah, they can bug me as well. Sometimes I feel like I'd rather just start watching the movie or game myself versus, or like, catch a couple minutes of something gameplay and then but yeah, it's yeah, okay. Rotes, I've heard about some games having like special streaming modes or something. I wonder if there's something for this one. Sometimes that'll have to do with like changing content or like, swapping copyright music out, stuff like that. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep rolling with some whatever. Honestly, Freeze is gonna take them all out. Wow, we have the top level. Wait, fire, I meant. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that's what can be tough. It can be hard to get an idea of what's in that movie based on a trailer, what it actually feels like to play the movie or to watch that movie. I mean, of course, everything we're saying applies to games too, but yeah. Dude. I think I might have like had that one on around me. Like I think my dad maybe rented that and like it was on around me. I don't know. Maybe not. The title's familiar, and you know. Okay, well then that wasn't it. You know, yeah, it wasn't that one, but I did watch some pretty gruesome stuff with my dad, but he wasn't hugely into horror stuff, so it was more like body count kind of stuff. He gets his revenge. Nick Cage losing his shit. Yeah, that's another that's why I was asking Ichigo what it was about the trailers, because yeah, that's another thing too, right? Sometimes they can give away way too much. Also, I will say what's funny is on the other hand, some people can get way too well. Okay, people can do whatever they want to, of course, and get whatever level of excitement and hype for a game that's coming up as they want to. They can know every little detail if that's what they want to do. But I'm just saying it is an interesting phenomenon that people can watch these trailers and really just parse out so much to the point where you can have like a pretty good story outline just based from the trailer, or, you know, if you have a keen eye, if you watch things over, if you're like, oh, you know, watching a Star Wars trailer or something, you're like, oh, are they on this planet? You know, they've got, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, stuff like that. And it's really interesting the degree to which people will, you know, break that stuff down, isn't it? Oh, that's funny, Fireball. Okay, I'll take a little note on that. To see that one as well. Hey, Devin, welcome. Nice. Never played Level Devil, but I like Level Devil List. That's the name of an update. That's pretty sweet. Tintoncito, what's up? Welcome. Hey, I was curious. How'd you do on wrapping up Elden Ring? They really do. Yeah, there's some gumshoe detectives who are like forensics experts who watch these trailers, man. It's for me, that's why I will like watch it. And sometimes I'll even turn a trailer off if I feel like, okay, cool, excited. I feel like I'm getting stuff spoiled. I don't want to keep leaving stuff behind, but let's throw something away. We should sell that travel charm. I think I forgot to do that. Boom, boo, doo, 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 doo. Whatever. Oh, that's awesome, Tintoncito. Nice, man. Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate that. I really enjoy playing that game with you guys, and it had been a couple years since I played it, but you know, prior to that, it had been since, well, you know, over a decade. And like, I think I don't know, for whatever reason, I think this one, it meant a lot to me. So yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. And it's also cool to just see what this means for, you know, what these games mean for you guys. And you know, it's one of the nice things about, honestly, just everything around here the last couple months has been, you know, I appreciate the chat giving me something to talk about, you know. Keeping up with, you know, I don't know. Thanks for the hang. It's been good, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, wrapping up Mario 64 felt good. Yeah, congrats on beating Elden Ring. That's awesome. I've heard how hard that game is, so yeah, it's You do, Ruts, yeah. Oh yeah, the sanctuary's just over here. I guess I just wanted to explore it one more time, get a little more experience. Milky Well, we got a check mark on it on the screen already. Sorry I sang over the song.
Oh!
Do. Next up on Friday, we're going to start a new series, Healing the Console Wars. I think you guys will like it. It's a series and a logo and an excuse to use a logo and a series name anytime we play a Genesis game. So yeah, that'll be fun. I didn't have a Genesis growing up, so yeah, trying to right all the wrongs over the years. It's funny because although I didn't have one, I didn't have a Super NES either, so anytime I played a Genesis, I was really excited about it. Although that usually was like Sonic stuff, and then, you know, towards the end of the Genesis, like I was saying the other day, like a little Vector Man with one friend, some I remember thinking Comic Zone looked really cool, but yeah, I don't think we made it that far in that game, but you know, I did. I missed some of the best times. I did. Well, you know, I was on the wrong side of the console wars. Since most of my close friends had a Super Nintendo. The folks I'm spinning, and you know, it just kind of worked out that the place, you know, friends' houses I'm spending the most time at. Who knows? Maybe we all self-select based on our console or video game brand of choice. And we talked about the Sega kids, you know, some of the stereotypes, those Sega kids. And I say this all with love, but yeah, there was always an edge of like danger for the Sega kid, you know, like when you're around him, it was always like a little bit of the unfamiliar. This kid, the Sega kid, you know, they'd often have a knife on them or something. Maybe like take you to show you their dad's gun. Like, hey, check this out, man. You gotta see this thing. I don't know if anybody else had a similar experience, but yeah, there was like an air of danger of juvenile delinquents for the, you know, not every Sega fan, just like not every Nintendo fan, but I feel like there's there was a bad boy in there, or a bad girl, or whatever. Bad gamer. Get out of here, Rainbow. The Game Gear kids. Hey, I was a Game Gear kid, so I did have a Game Gear, so that's sweet. I don't know how we ended up with that, but I think my mom got it for like this for me at the same time my aunt got one for my cousin. So I think it was like a, you know, a group decision. You know, it is interesting, just like, I don't know, there's a couple things, obviously, yeah, you know, as much as we joke, I suppose there's not like a defined Sega or Nintendo kid, but there are a couple things that can come, that sort of can come with having one of those systems or the other. If you had a Sega Genesis, it's possible that somebody in the family was ready to get a console even as early as like 89 in North America, which I think it was 89 here. Which, you know, just thinking of Genesis and being in the late 80s, that I think it was 88 in Japan, I believe, but that's feels so early, right? And for a 16-bit system that would last for a while. So sometimes, you know, maybe like, who knows, maybe in 89, 90, before the Super NES is out, 91, something like that, this is, you know, these are someone in the family or the adult or whatever was like ready to get a gaming system, and they wanted the next step up from the NES, even though the NES would continue to have some great games. So it is interesting to think of someone putting a lot of money, you know, getting that Genesis, you know, well, not, you know what I mean, but like, you don't get a console all the time unless you're loaded, but yeah, you know, I think that there were some like some Genesis and then Dreamcast could both have some of that like early adopter sort of feel to it. I mean, some of that is the timing of those systems coming out, you know, kind of being a little ahead of the game, but then the other companies are just about to put theirs out. That just happened a few times with them. So yeah, that's crazy, right? 89 in the US and I think 88 in Japan. You know, and a lot of that earliest stuff is like arcade ports and stuff. Not all, but that was like kind of one of the big kind of early things. Picnic lunch behind. Wait, picnic lunch sounds good. I'm gonna throw some away. You get a little money for a travel charm, but at this point, I'm in inventory hell, so. I have 2 rulers. Probably don't need those. I think I can throw away a ruler. More inventory hell. I have one. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. I think you can buy them somewhere for not that much. Yeah. I'm catching up a little bit on chat here, but yeah. The Xbox and Sony. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, see, it's interesting how how the console wars would kind of heat up, or I think also with everybody being online by the time Xbox and I should say more folks being online by the time Xbox, PS1 and beyond, it like the online discourse brought it from a playground or maybe school bullying level to a whole other level of terrible discourse, you know. Debates over things like graphics. Yeah, the NES, it's crazy. Hey, Francisco, welcome. It's crazy how long the NES and Famicom lasted, you know, and yeah, you're making your point about the Mario 3 just taking so long to come over from Japan. So, you know, it's when you think of Genesis as being tech from 88, 89, I think that's kind of I don't know, that's a little bit illuminating. I think. Also interesting because just like any system, look at the curve of not necessarily the biggest games. Maybe they were always good and had a level of looking, sounding good, etc. But I mean, you know, compare even something like Sonic 1 to Sonic 3. You know, compare that early stuff that's on Genesis, some of which can look very much like it's straight off. Like some of that stuff can look really almost like it's straight off the NES or Master System without much else going for it, you know. And then you see the curve over the years as like how the games would, especially I think graphics, sound wise, you'd really just see these crazy improvements. Yeah. Yeah, Dustin. Well, it took him so long to make it, right? It took him so long to finally get it out. Super NES. I'm curious because I want to say I've learned about something that Nintendo pivoted on a little bit with their design. You know, with Genesis already out and in the field, you know, I guess there was a level of course, they'd had these plans from earlier before, but there's a level of being able to maybe adapt a little bit to the system that's already out, that's going to be your main system's competition, you know? And I don't remember what it was, but there was at least one or two things at the SNES that they really, I think, maybe some adaptations or something made sort of once they got a feel for the Genesis or saw what it could and couldn't do. But yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Right, Ichigo. Yeah. That's interesting, Dustin. Yeah. I was wondering if this guy would be gone, but still not. Right. Yeah, expansion is big, and it's interesting to see how these companies had to be pretty forward thinking with that. With like the Famicom having its expansion port that the disk drive would use, and the you know, all those systems having something. Look on the bottom of your Nintendo 64. Boom, boom, ba boom, boom, boom. Nick, welcome. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks for hanging, guys. I was gonna sell something. It was the... Maybe we already tossed it. Yeah, okay. All good. There it is, travel charm. Get out of here. I did, yes, Nick. It's funny. Well, I had to relearn that it's Fourside. Maybe in prep for this stream too. I always wanted to say Forsun, and in fact, I had a moment where I was like, Forsun doesn't sound right. And would they do the same thing that they did? I had some dumb like, wait a minute, like they did Tucson already. Would there be a Forsun? That doesn't sound right. I would love to use slingshots, but they kind of suck in this game. Okay, let's call mom and dad. We can finally move on. That's okay. I actually did want to check to see if Mr. Saturn is still up on the ladder. Mom's watching her soaps. Foursome. Yeah, we're gonna be heading to Foursome. Take the bus to Foursome. It'll be fun. Nothing really. Wait, let's record. Why? Sorry, Dad. I'm just messing around, Dad. You didn't have to hang up on me. Time for some coffee. I'm thinking about getting a... Does anybody have a Stream Deck? Not a Steam Deck. Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah. I've liked some Black Sabbath and a little Ozzy solo for sure. And of course, I mean, there's some iconic songs. Oh, cool, Rotes. That's is that one of the smaller ones? I'm not sure, like, the sizes they come in. Yeah. I think I see that one. Yeah. Okay. Does it have some knobs on it too? Is that what I'm seeing? Like some let's see. Yeah, it'd be pretty sweet to do some better sound mixing and stuff if I could set that up. Well, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I'm curious. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of varieties of them. I just kind of like barely started poking around the other day and I was like, oh shit, I'm not ready to commit on one, so. You know, there was someone offering us, I think it was up here, like another cup of life noodles. It was you. It was you. Maybe I got your life noodles already, actually. Oh, you're offering Horn of Life. Okay. Mr. Saturn coin. What? I thought we had room. Did I not sell the, We have a Mr. Saturn coin. Boop, 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 boom. Did I still not sell? No, I got rid of it. I don't know what to get rid of or sell. Yeah, Saturn coin. Where is it? Right. Ichigo has 15. Sometimes it feels too much. Yeah. Well, you know, I use that. Well, I'm using the app which has the 15 button, and I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like just on my phone. I don't love it. This is the new phone, but yeah, I don't love using the app version. Just because, well, a couple reasons. I had some issues with it just being stable for a really long time. They would crash and I'd lose connection. Issues with plugins just over and over again for a while. But also, yeah, you know, it's okay, but it's like you have to have a phone stand. I don't really even like this phone stand. Anything else that your phone will fall over. That happened with my old one. And yeah, it doesn't feel as good, I don't think, as I would feel having a tactile button to hit. But maybe I'm just blowing smoke up my yes to force a purchase, you know. Yeah, I think it'd be nice. Yeah, you've had the app before, I think, Ichigo. I get lost with the 15 buttons. Honestly, some of it is just my vision not being that great, not having a great setup where it's not high enough for me really and close enough to see 15 icons. I can change that grid, but currently I use it for like the soundboard, which is not a great usage. because you can imagine looking down at 15 sounds all at once with all their, you know, titles is a little... You would kind of look down at that and have a bit of, oh shit. Oh, okay, right. And I think I find myself getting a little, yeah, it's just, I don't know. This sounds silly, but just having the bright phone, going from that, go into the TV, it sort of sucks. It's kind of hard to get my eyes to focus. Yeah. I should try one sometime, Ichigo. They're actually not as expensive as I thought they were. I think because they've, you know, been around for a bit, so a bunch of iterations of it. Cool, yeah, it seems like there's a lot of used ones out there. Okay, well, we're gonna head back to Threed and take the bus. That's what we're here to do today. We don't have to that. Come on. Still getting the occasional wipe, so, you know, why not level up a little bit on the way? I love this background. How you guys doing on the workout side of things? Getting your run, your workout, your whatever it is, your long walk. There's a couple people that climb. Yeah, what workout? Everyone's like, next topic. I got a run in today, so that was nice. That was nice. There's a bomb inside. All right, but he's got too much stuff already. Oh, boo. Well, yeah, well, that's a really good... I think maybe you had even mentioned that, Dustin. Yeah, swimming is an awesome cardio workout. And kind of a whole body kind of thing, too. I usually sleep well after a good swim. Now, what was in there again? Oh yeah, a bomb. How could I forget? I wonder if the delivery service can come here. Let's try that out. Oh shit, we have to be at a phone. Damn. Really got to get these guys a mobile phone. That's... Can we get them a pager? Also, that's where we came, right? Yeah, that's where we gotta go. Yeah. Sorry to hear about the wrist, Nick. Yeah, that can really be frustrating when you do a little bit of lifting. Yeah, it can be really persistent. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're liking your longboard. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you told the full story on Discord. Oh yeah, you know, those will just be the first couple falls in Mini, I'm sure, but yeah, that's just part of it. Yeah, man. Glad you're getting on that longboard. I had a guy on a longboard today pass me as I was running back home. And I had seen him coming from a pretty good distance, and it was going to be a kind of a narrow part where we were going to end up passing by each other. And I just sort of, you know, kind of early, once I saw him, I kind of shifted over a bit into the sort of flower bed, or not flower bed, but the little area in between the sidewalk and the street. It's all dead through there, so I didn't feel guilty hopping on the dirt, you know. But it's funny because this guy on the longboard gave me a like as he went by. I think he appreciated. I saw him like kind of do a quick wave, like the thank you kind of, as I like saw him come in and got out of the way and stuff, and then as he passed, he gave me a what's up. It was just such a it's such a chill demeanor about him. It was hilarious. There could have been like a car, he was about to go through an intersection too, honestly. He looked a little too chill, a little too like kind of in this like not prepared if something were to, for whatever's about to happen. He's not ready for it. But this guy's also cool enough to where that's not going to happen, you know? And if a car pulls up on a man, he'll just do what he's got to do, you know? Taking it one step at a time. One roll. Your heroes. That rocks. All right, I think we're done here in Threed. We've been told about a desert bus. Go through the desert and onto the big city. I want to see the city and I want to smell the big city. Nice. Let's see. Don't I have a... There it is. The big city, huh?
New York City, early in the morning. Before the toy stores open, they're lined up outside.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
Sweet. Thank you. Hey, Peach. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Nice. Have you played it before? It's my first time through, so I'm kind of trying to play it blind. Always wanted to play this game, but never got around to it. We could probably afford a stay at the hotel before we roll out. Let's do that. Yeah. You know what? I didn't even think about that. The wrist thing being, yeah, from your the wrist injury being from. Okay, I thought we were about to get a scene or something. From the longboard accident. Yeah. That sucks. The couple times I fell pretty hard when I was running, yeah, I got some wrist stuff too, because you had that impulse to just reach out, which I don't know what I mean, when you're falling, I don't really know if you miss your chance to like roll or something. I don't really know how you're gonna make it any better, but of course you go to reach out to sort of try to stabilize yourself, and then you end up kind of. I hit hard on my shoulder one time. I ripped it up pretty good. I got a good little scar. I didn't need stitches or anything. It just, the scar was, or, you know, it didn't heal. So yeah, I had a good little cut, but I don't think it was stitch worthy. Well, either way, I didn't get them and I'm okay, but. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, and that's where having those wrist pads or you know, kind of glove and wrist protection would really help. Some of that stuff, though, you know, that time I fell on pavement, and you know, same thing with like if you're going to be on a longboard. But yeah, that's stuff just gets shredded so easily, man. And then just think about like being on a motorcycle or something. You know, you feel like you're going fast on a longboard and can eat shit really hard, but then on a, you know, like you see people go out on motorcycles without their gear and stuff. It's, my God, this is.
Especially being a Texan, I've been to a Buc-ee's and they are out of this world.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, thanks for hanging, Rotes. And yeah, I hope you have a good night, get some rest, and we'll see you another day. Adios. Thanks for hanging. Let's get to the goodbyes. Let's see.
Goodbye.
That's always a good one.
Good day, sir.
Let's take the bus. Buc-ee's are crazy. Yeah, I think I mentioned my dad going to Buc-ee's in his new car. Well, his new old car, his 57 Chevy. That was like his high school car that he always wanted. You know, like after that era, once that car was gone, he like spent the rest of his life driving past any Chevrolet of a comparable year and just being like, I used to have a 57 Chevy.
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
Oh, thanks, Dustin. Yeah, thanks for renewing.
See you around, kid.
See you around, kid. Yeah, thanks. I get out of here.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah, thanks, man. Do 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 do. I don't know. I need to check what notifications you guys see up on screen because I barely see it. I think it's still like the default stuff. I don't know if the message comes up on screen or if that's just for me. Danger! Do not stand in the street. Read the schedule from the sidewalk. Parv, check the bus schedule. Looks like the next bus will come pretty soon. What sidewalk? All right, here we are. Here's our bus. The gray-haired bus, just reversed. Mirrored. No problem here. Finally, the bus can make its full run. It's a Tucson. That's not where we're trying to go. Thank you. We want to go to desert. Can we just walk there? I thought we had to take a bus. Do I need to be on this? I need to be on this side and hail the bus. And the stream is, man. The stream is buzzing right now. Absolutely. I see. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I should do something a little different for it. Bye-bye, bus. Maybe if I check it from here, since this is the direction we're trying to travel. Yeah, there it is. Goes to Fourside. I can't let you on if you don't pay $6 for the fare. Do you want to go? Yes. I love the driver sticking his head out there. It's so cute. Aw.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
You hopping on the bus? Come on, let's go. I'm sure there's some kind of intrigue in the town of 3 that we have missed since the zombies have been dispatched, but... Looks like the Cray Hand bus.
You name it, done.
Dude, 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 dude. All right, that was a nice long tunnel.
Now, here's the host who watches it all for you.
Now in the desert. We blew past our stop. Or at least a stop. We must be on the express. The express to Fourside. No, spam risk, you can... I'm gonna resist the urge of answering this while I'm streaming right now. Man, it's bumper to bumper. We hit some traffic out in the desert. I like the sign just for drugs there, just out in the desert. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? My job is to drive, so I can't get off the bus. I gotta stay with the bus, you know. It's just it's up to you if you want to get off the bus and walk around. Hey man, y'all want to go out in the desert? That's on you. I gotta stay with the bus. It's a free country though. They get out there immediately, panting. This traffic jam is taking forever. Man, do I need to go? Well, man, do I need to go? I get it. Well, we'll leave you alone here. You're clearly trying to, I don't know, urinate amongst the cacti. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Whoa!
And so here's a bus stop. That's convenient. Of course, we had this traffic jam. Let's talk to some of these people. Welcome to the very end of the world's longest traffic jam. I was going to see my girlfriend in Fourside. At this pace, I'll be 100 years old by the time I get there. I'm trying to talk to this jerk. I heard that a little ways ahead, a herd of buffaloes running across the road. I can't move an inch. Herd of buffalo?
What side are you on?
I'm on the buffalo side.
What side are you on?
I feel sorry for the guys behind me, but I'm so bent, I'm leaving my car here and walking instead. Man. Oh, the Woodstock approach. Just leave your car parked right in the highway. We're out in like Joshua Tree or something. You can see these cool exposed rocks. Some of them looking a little like melted butter, in fact. All right, well, there's our traffic jam. We're clearly going left the whole time. Just wanted to talk to people. We're gonna hop into the drugs store. Yes, excuse me.
What kind of drugs are we talking about?
Hello there. How may I help you? Can I get you anything? Oh, Mr. Baseball Bat. Okay. What is a Mr. Baseball Bat? And someone has the coin of slumber. Silver bracelets. We got some new stuff up at this point. Deluxe fry pan. For her, wow, okay. Thick fry pan she's already got. Well, I have enough right now to get somebody a weapon upgrade. Gonna need some other items too, but let's see. I never called for a pickup. So I probably don't even have an item open. I know, right? The good thing to have an ATM right there, so you just purchase all the drugs you want. There's this lone store out in the desert. Okay, we got a little room to maneuver back there. Probably shouldn't be straying too far, you know. That's don't take that desert heat lightly, folks. Bring way more water than you'd ever think you'd need. Don't go out there if you're not in shape. And don't go out during the hottest parts of the day. And I don't tell these guys I said anything, but watch your drugs intake. You know, it's kind of, it gets some people killed out in the desert. These guys got to stand right here. Yeah, just don't. Just, yeah. Maybe don't. It sucks, man. A lot of people do just disappear. I mean, you know, often eventually found, but yeah, it seems like a really common occurrence. I'm hearing of someone, especially like out in the, I mean, you know, being in Southern California, I'm hearing a lot of like, you know, stuff in Joshua Tree, other parts of the Mojave, and Let's order... Okay. Do you guys have a phone? You don't. Yes, you do. Thank God. Escargot... hopefully they're coming from, hopefully they're coming from Threed and not from Fourside. Bing bong 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 doop a deep bing ba dum.
Thanks for coming out, guys. This rocks. A Wednesday, huh?
Ba-ding bong 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 boom bum. Drugs. Excited to explore some of the area out behind these rocks. They can't get to me again, huh? Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. You're selling. Okay. Very cool. You know he is, man. I like Jeff's style, honestly. Oh, they have an inn here. Okay, it's an all-in-one, right? It's just everything you need right here at the drugs. See, our beds are really old and dusty. Still waiting on a delivery. Any day now. I've got to imagine the traffic isn't coming... Yeah, that's what I'd say. So the stuff isn't coming from the other direction. They can't find us, huh? I just... couldn't find your location. You must be somewhere really strange. I decided honestly that I should give up. I'm out of here. Wait, I think we got him killed, just running around the desert heat. Okay. Stuck with all the stuff we have right now. Let's sell something. Can I walk all the way west? It could be a long way.
Is there a moment where it crosses your mind to stand up for yourself?
I shouldn't have advanced in the current inventory state I'm in. So I think we can just hoof it back to Threed, I think. Yeah, I remember doing a little in between and then another tunnel, yeah. Also, anything else around here? Walking in from the desert, not bad. Not bad at all.
Crazy, but that's how it goes.
All right. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm gonna get us to that hotel once again. We're gonna make a phone call. We're gonna store a bunch of stuff. That stun gun, who's got it? Does Bull have it right now? We should ditch that thing, I think. I mean, maybe it's got, like, you know, based on its name, I would think, oh, shit, I don't want to use. Maybe it does paralysis or something, but... Bull can equip this weapon. Okay, alright. A bit of a slow go on it today, but that's all good. I'll get a little break in and then we'll I wonder if we can still take the bus back there. That's funny. Get a bunch of money too. Phone. You know, Escargot Express, this will be, you know, the third time now in the last couple last couple days we've been playing this thing, and I've called for you. Let's just hope third time's a charm. Hope they can find me.
You introduce me to my mind.
I like to think that this guy is just like, he's got some music projected from, you know, he's got a little Bluetooth speaker. Well, you know, not at this time, but, you know, I don't know. Carries a little speaker around with him, you know. All right, take some stuff. He just brings the party. When he shows up, this music's playing. He should sell the stun gun. I don't know about the bad key machine, like if we'll be using that soon, but that's something that I could always... always come back for. Soon I'll be able to sell some items. Insignificant item. Let's store the insignificant item for now. Get it out of the way. Broken spray can. I'm guessing Jeff fixes that. Seems to be our fixer. When you take a sleep sometimes, wake up and Jeff's fix something. Honestly, you can take even more. I'll call you again. All right, what can we sell right now? Anything I can get rid of immediately? What does the Mr. Saturn coin do? Increases your defense and luck. Okay, does her have it? She has it equipped right now. They were trying to give us another Mr. Saturn coin, weren't they? Shit. Is that another reason to go up to... Is that another reason to go up to Saturn Valley?
Come on now!
Another excuse? We're gonna, oh wait, I could sell that thing, I think. At the very least, send it to the big inventory in the sky, the Escargot Express. All right, guys, thank you for your patience. I'll be out of this situation hopefully soon. You really have to stay on top of it in this game, huh? You know what? Call Escargot Express, not Dad. Jesus. Dad's like, stop calling. Thank you. This is what a great service, this Escargot Express. You know, you got junk, they'll come up and pick it up, haul it off.
You name it, done!
Take up to 3. All right. Get some things off of me. I think Parv maybe needs to give the laser and spray can over to Bowl to fix, possibly. I don't know if he'll fix things that are in other people's possession, but I don't know. Wait, she doesn't have the Saturn coin equipped. Oh, do. Franklin badge? Feels good to get rid of some things, honestly. I'm like, come back here. I'm taking advantage of this service. I like her having a couple things to heal folks, and she doesn't really do that, psi-wise. Bowl probably could benefit from something like that, too. Let's do that. Let's give him, like, a refreshing herb. I think we're in better shape now. I think, let's see what's up with this Saturn coin. Mr. Saturn. Oh yeah, Coin of Slumber versus Mr. Saturn coin. Woo! That seems like a pretty big jump. All right, and she had before this, she had the Coin of Slumber, which I don't think was a terrible item. Some of these guys could benefit from that. The Coin of Slumber. Over his Holmes hat. I wonder what the Holmes hat, I don't know if it has any sort of effect, but that's a thing we could sell, I guess. I get him this Coin of Slumber. And you know what? He's our weakest link right now, isn't he? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give... I'm gonna have Bowl give that Coin of Slumber. Which one was the better one? Yeah, it was the Coin of Slumber. He's gonna give that to her, and then her's gonna, yeah, they're just gonna swap. At this point, Bowl might not even be our, you know, he's doing okay HP-wise, actually, but seems like he is one of the first to drop lots of times, or... Bowl. I loved it. I love RPGs. Yes, he does. We even passed up a bomb on the way from... Man, this Mr. Saturn coin could be worth going back for. I think they were trying to give me another one. What a jump there. Parv's a beast. Ness is a beast. If I just had these items, I'll get them to the other people first. Ness is our powerhouse. All right, I think we're in a lot better shape. Thank you for your patience. I know that can take a while, but I'm liking where we're at. Honestly, I don't know if I need all this ruler and protractor stuff. Feels like kind of a waste. I think I need to think big with this inventory pickup. Get rid of it all, baby. It's all gotta go. Looking forward to hearing that. Just hang out, see how long it takes. Oh, I think someone might have like a bottle rocket they can give to him. I think I tried to shoot some of that stuff off during one of those battles from her. You know, I didn't realize some of those items are really Jeff only. Maybe like a big bottle rocket or something. I think I even tried. I don't know if we need this pack of bubble gum anymore either. Where's that delivery? Come on. Oh, I've been in the menus most of the time.
Mamma mia!
I did order one, right? I skipped through the dialogue kind of fast. Maybe they even told me... Maybe they told me they can't deliver. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, let's just call him and I'll wait out. I think we just need to be patient, wait in one area. You know, I mentioned this the other day, but I've been... We haven't played in the last few days, but when we're not doing some Final Fantasy VII, my wife and I were looking for something else to play, just little short bursts of, and I realized I've got a bunch of games for the Switch that I have really hardly played, and Mario Kart 8 was one of those. And I'm very late to the party, obviously, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I'm kind of... Maybe this is just... I think that some of this is just the retro head in me, but when I look at Mario Kart 8, I'm like, damn, this looks good. You know? I like it. This looks slick. It sounds good. It, yeah. I played a little bit of it, but oh shit, no. I ended up like getting a bunch of games kind of all at once when I got my Switch, partially because I had sold some of my old retro stuff we were downsizing, going to a smaller apartment. Thought I wouldn't have room. And, well, yeah. Hey, Nick, welcome.
Here I go!
Yeah, Mario Kart, I thought Mario Kart 8 was pretty sweet. I guess I wonder were there significant changes made when it went from Wii U to the Switch version? Because I have to admit, I didn't know for a long time that the game even started on Wii U. There were a few games like that for me. Because I was just checked out I wasn't paying any attention at all to new game releases during the Wii U stuff. I can't blame Escargot Express considering that I did bring them out here and then I dismissed them promptly last time, so I can't really blame them for taking their time. I'm also allowed to be a little disappointed. them again. Can't find me, huh? I think they've gotten a lot busier since we first started this game. I never had any failed deliveries until recently. No. Okay, I'm gonna try that one more time. This is some exciting gameplay here. But yeah, Mario Kart 8, it's pretty sweet. When I first played it several years ago, when I got my Switch, and you know, I got mine a handful of years into it already, but when I first started playing it, I didn't realize that there was, well, I was like, what is this force that keeps me from doing a lot of the, you know, a lot of the power slides or whatever, the drifts that I want to do? And so I was complaining about it on stream, and someone had told me like, oh yeah, there's like an auto, I forget what it's called, like auto direct or like a, and you can turn that off in the options, and I had no idea, but I was like, man, this sucks. As soon as I would veer just a little bit off, it would try to like way overcorrect, and I honestly found that was screwing me up more than me running off the course of my own free will, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Well, Nick, so I'm full-time freelance, you know, work from home. Right now it's this stuff. It's the streaming stuff. I do the occasional like you know, comedy thing as well, performance, etc. Do a little bit of stuff live, although hasn't been as much of that the last year and a half or so. Yeah. But also, you know, just like on the freelance side, there's a lot of like, I'll get the occasional editing job or, you know, make a little money here and there where I can. I'm kind of in a bit of a transition or was trying to figure out what the hell to do because I had, God damn it, I backed out of it again. Shit. I had saved up some money from a previous job and sort of dove headfirst into trying to do voiceover stuff, and I got paid a little bit at the beginning. I had a couple jobs and a little momentum and stuff towards the beginning, and it sort of fizzled out pretty quickly. Some of that is just like, oh, clients that you're working with, it's like, oh, well, they don't need you anymore, or, you know, that's, you had something that was kind of recurring, but then it's no longer, you know. So yeah, I would really love to do full-time this stuff, but I got a little distracted for a couple years. Not so much distracted, but I did a little bit of like auditioning for stuff outside of voiceover, on camera stuff, and I think for a couple years I got a little waylaid into that stuff, a little I don't know, for me it was like acting, stuff like that. I don't know, I think it can be an awesome exercise and I really enjoy it, but I realized kind of early on, I was like, man, I want to act in the stuff that me and my friends or me and my colleagues are writing. I don't want to just do everybody else's stuff, and I wouldn't be happy just doing, you know, like, I don't know. You know, it's easy to say because it's not like no one's knocking down, you know, no one's beating down my door to like, hey, please do this commercial that's going to pay a whole bunch of money right now, you know. So it's easy to say, yeah, I don't need that, man. You know, that ain't me. But I mean, I tried that stuff for a little while, and I kind of just had that realization of, man, I don't feel like I fit in doing this sort of similar routes that some of my friends who focus more on the acting side do, and like they have a huge passion for it, and they don't mind, like it's all work to them, and it's all and they're very passionate on it and love being on set. And I don't really, you know, for me it was always more the comedy side that I enjoyed and felt attracted to, and yeah. But of course, it's difficult to pay the bills doing that, so oops, it's unnecessary. Oh, cool. Yeah, I did. I've done a lot of improv. Not much in the last couple years, but I've been at all this stuff for a while now. It's you know, I think there was some pressure for a while to like yeah, I see. That makes sense. Yeah, man. Well, you guys know how it is then. It's difficult. It's just really hard because I think I wasn't ready to go like full-time kind of freelance and stuff. I thought because I had a couple voiceover jobs and stuff that like, I can take the savings from this last job and I could just dive full. This is what I've always wanted to do, you know? And like, I think I should have built more of a working career and done that for a couple years and probably quit the full-time job that was taking all my time, but it took me a while to like get into some part-time work that could help sustain me. And I realized that, man, that was actually incredibly helpful because it freed me up. The time outside of that part-time job, I felt a fire to like, I got to take advantage of this. Like, okay, well, I'm out of work. I'm going to go to this class in an hour, or I'm going to, you know, I'm going to go do an improv jam or something. And like, I don't know, I think it kind of gave me some structure. And once I went, the times that I've been just purely all, you know, just freelance, you know, all work from home, it's tough. I'm at the end of one of those periods now where I'm like, okay, in order to pursue the things I really want, I'm going to need to, in order to keep making the stuff I want to make, which is likely not going to pay much money, but it's what I want to do, I'm going to need to get a little something else. And of course that trick is a job that still allows you to pursue your passions. And the other trick is choosing to to pursue it and not do the, man, I feel like just staying home tonight. You know, it's so easy to do that. And like have it, you know, every day you can have a reason for like not doing something that maybe you should do, or going somewhere you should do, or going to a class, or going to a show or something like that, you know, getting out to a meetup or something. It's so easy to convince yourself to just chill. And I think, yeah, it's a balancing act, right? That's cool, yeah. Well, that's, you know, that's cool. I imagine that there's got to be a decent industry for that, and maybe some folks who were, you know, outside of North America and were looking at going to the USA at this point, or maybe even spending the bulk of their time there. They're probably looking a little more. I think I'd be looking into, oh, Canada's nice, you know. I'm gonna pull some money out so we have a little coin to spend in the desert. They have an ATM over there though. Yeah. I know someone who does some tour guide work. They work for there's like a company they work for that dispatches them and stuff, and they do some stuff local to where they live, but then they also do a lot of like you know, like hopping on a bus or flying over to this place to meet some group or something. But he likes to travel, and single guy, so it's like a, you know, it's actually a really good setup for him. That's cool. Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for hanging, guys. Yeah, you know, I want, and as far as this stuff goes, like, I want this to get bigger. And honestly, we're considering a move since cost of living has been getting harder for us. It would be easier to do what I was saying earlier of having a part-time job for not that, you know, and then just pouring every other ounce of energy into streaming, into doing right, like, you know, having content for videos or yeah, writing something, going to an improv show, whatever, you know. I think that'd be easier. We're considering a move, but we're not sure.
Mamma mia!
I think, should I take the bus to Fourside, or should we go get that Mr. Saturn coin real quick? I think I'm going to do that. This is going to be the slowest playthrough ever, but I'm pretty sure that guy wanted to give us another Saturn coin, but I don't know. Besides, walking is good for you. All right, well, let me get a little break in. We've been at this for a bit, huh? Let's get that break. Thank you guys for hanging. Happy Wednesday. It's been a fun one.
Here I go!
Yeah, thanks for chilling. If anybody in the Southern California knows other... If you know anyone in the Southern California region trying to find that nexus between video games, comedy, life, etc., you know, let me know. Hook us up. All right, guys. We rode the bus, but we got stuck in traffic. That's life. Shit happens. Honestly, I feel better prepared to deal with that when I'm hearing this music. This would be a good song to have on for some traffic, you know, for you road ragers out there. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I hope to see you back in a few minutes. Thanks again for chilling. BRB.
I'm Luigi, number one.
Hey man, welcome. Happy Wednesday. How you doing, guys? Welcome, welcome. We're well, we came to ride the bus to Fourside. Turns out there's some terrible traffic. Traffic is really backed up. Oh man, some of these sound effects have been doubled. I didn't even realize it. Now we fixed that. All right, let's hear that cough one more time. Thank you. All right. Hey, by the way, there is something coming up, a new series on Friday. Something you're going to want to know about called Healing the Console Wars. Some of you are like, dude, you're still talking about that? Well, hell yeah, we are. We're going to keep talking about it because some of us have some childhood trauma we've got to process relating to the console wars. You know, I got a little bit of, some light bullying. This was with love mostly earlier in the chat for being kind of a, Nintendo kid. It is what it is. But back then, man, it wasn't always light bullying. Exactly. Some of us have some stuff we got to work through. And I didn't have a Genesis growing up. I have one now, and it's time to right the wrongs of the past. I hope you guys will come along as we use this banner here whenever we play a game on this Genesis Model 1. Sadly, not the one pictured in the screen here. Yeah, that's a Mega Drive. We've got a Genesis, and yeah, we've got the silver 16-bit writing there. And it doesn't say high definition graphics on ours, I don't think. There's a bunch of different little model variations. Tater, how you doing, man? Welcome.
Whoa, does this mean I have to grow up?
What's up? All those 16 bits coming at you in high def. I will say though, the thing looks solid. You might have been around for the test, Tater. Which shit, we could do another test right now. So with this Genesis, I'm using plugged into the RetroTink here. I got a cable that lets us do RGB out via SCART. So it's SCART. And then with the Genesis 1, it's got that headphone jack that's on the left side or whatever, and you've even got a little dial you can use for volume. This one has a little cable that, an additional little dongle, right? That'll just go into the headphone jack there and give you stereo sound because, interestingly enough, I didn't realize this, but on the Genesis Model 1, if you do the output, if you do the AV output from that, it's just mono, and that's actually the only thing it's even capable of. So if you got it, even if you found something that had like a stereo output on this with same, plug, that Genesis 1 does not do stereo out the back. No stereo out the back, folks, unless you mod it. So anyway, it's an interesting little setup. I wish I had a cam that I could get over there, show you guys what it's looking like. But let's stick with what we're playing with today. We'll stick with the one we went to the dance with today, Earthbound. It's interesting, hey, we're gonna have some. We've already got some shots fired here in the chat. It's this one could be rough, guys. We could have some tempers flaring. I'm trying to be objective here. Oh yeah. That's I'd say certainly within bounds, All right, let's so that's it. We want to head up to Mr. Saturn or Saturn Valley, whatever. One more time. Saturn Village. I love just getting all the proper nouns, the town names and everything, just wrong and important proper nouns regarding your quest. Just like, can't ever remember them. I just had to describe them. Do. Love the look down here. Love what you guys have done with the place. The slime question mark along the walls, or I don't necessarily get the sense that there are walls here, more so than, I don't know, some kind of psychedelic barrier. Force field. You're walking along a path that's just out in the middle of nowhere. All right. One more trip up to Saturn Valley. I think they had a good item for us. There's also a bomb waiting for us up there.
Whoa!
A good one. This should be an instant kill. I think these are weak to freeze. Became tame. Level-wise, we're in the... Ness is already level 38. $38, $34, and $32. They do catch up to each other quickly, huh? Just takes so much experience at those higher levels. You know, got them on that experience curve. I should probably just use best spells to get us out of here, or the good stuff. We didn't even buy one of those upgraded, like that bat for Ness, I don't think, did we? Didn't have room. Take him out. Here's the bomb. Yeah, Parv, get that to... I don't know if Jeff has space. That's actually why... Well, part of why it went straight to Parv. More explosives for Jeff. He likes things that go boom. It's funny because you know, the fact that this guy likes guns, and I swear that, you know, that clay model, we're supposed to get a little James Bond. I think that's that's obvious, right? Supposed to get a little bit of a little kid, dorky little kid, but they've got a James Bond, you know. Vibe about them. Jamie's got a gun. Okay, so I didn't know which way we were going with that. Yeah, that's not Jamie either. Yeah, so we wouldn't have been going that way. I like the Jamie of Mythbusters having a gun, though. He does like big booms, and I'm sure that they've constructed some kind of, like, next level potato gun or something. Owner of a red and toy doo-doo-doo-doo. Just game him to death. Does gaming hits everybody? Yeah, it does. Not even just by row. Take these guys out. Tired of this.
Video game trauma.
They've made a potato, a potato gun. Yeah, that's awesome. Did you guys ever shoot a potato gun? I had a friend in high school who made one. This thing was dangerous, as probably most of them are. Do they shoot potatoes? Hopefully. Ideally. Or they have a rapid unscheduled unscheduled disassembly in your face.
It's not fair.
Okay, let's go to Saturn Valley. The Violent Roach. In honor of Mr. Saturn, I'm hitting the coffee again tonight. I think the cutoff point would have normally been a little bit behind me already, but we're just gonna keep the coffee rolling. Mix in a little water, you know? A little more water.
Oh!
I don't remember much about this potato gun because I feel like it didn't feature in my buddy's life for too long. Probably got, you know, I don't know if the parents found that one and weren't very excited about that or what, but this was a good buddy of mine in high school who, like, he and I were both like hanging out a bunch, so, you know, our places were pretty much like second home for each other, and yeah, I remember just he's like, "Hey man, I've been working on this. Show me his potato gun, made out of PVC pipe, mostly." You know, I remember there was the spray can component, or you know, accelerant. No, there he had a switch on it. I remember there was some. How did this thing work? I'm probably thinking about some other destructive device. Talk about a Sega kid, you know? I love you, man. But yeah, this was, when I was talking about that stereotypical Sega kid, this Sega kid is the one that's gonna say, "Hey, come around back. I've been working on this potato gun. And, let's shoot this thing off." It had like a grill igniter switch or something. He did something. He had something cool. I don't remember. There was some kind of push button ignition, but even you know what? It was still a very simple thing. All in all. Oh yeah, Dad. Yeah, I'm going over to the friend's house for the potato gun. That's not getting. That's not getting made at my house. It's a stag beetle. I have no something. Do 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 do. They did give us a stag beetle. That's funny. One of them has a. You come here to wait 3 minutes. No. What is going on? I feel like I'm getting different dialogue from these guys. And it's the 3 minutes thing. Wasn't that how long we had to wait for the waterfall or whatever? Is it a reference to that? No scared. You wait 3 minutes, Zoom. You come here to wait 3 minutes? No? Secret herd. Secret herb. So, Boing, you have $1780. We trade Horn of Life. 3 minutes soon. I have no something. I thought one of them was trying to give us... Maybe I just... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't reading what it was. I didn't get to see what it was they had, because they're obviously a little bit cryptic, or it's not always telling you directly what's happening. Pretty direct other times. You wait 3 minutes. Alright, we're waiting 3 minutes. Even though I don't think he's... This Mr. Saturn is talking about 3 minutes in this cave, but we'll see. 3 minutes in paradise.
So it's very gnarly.
The game volume is really low right now, but if I think the buttons would still be loud. But yeah, I'm noticing that's really...
Zoinks!
Do, 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 do. I should have set a timer. We're just gonna hang out for a couple minutes. We did this before, but I don't know if that's... I get the feeling that that's not what's happening in this room, but I don't know. We'll see.
Who's gonna consume this content?
Do, 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 do. Got a timer set, about like a minute and a half into this, so good stuff.
This is going to be one of those moments that goes viral.
I did get to fire this potato gun one time, if I remember correctly. I think I got one fire on it. I don't remember what was going on. I could have sworn there was also some kind of propellant, you know, accelerant, whatever, I don't know, coming out of a can too, but some kind of priming or, you know. Man. You, what? Like a second-hand potato gun or something new? They rolled her eyes at, they're crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah. They pack a punch. They really do. That's crazy. What is this, the army? I know it wasn't, but yeah, I'm imagining almost the army surplus store, you know. Guy behind the counter's like, oh yeah, these are unregistered, baby. Oh, we're getting a phone call. My volume's kind of turned down, so I hope that wasn't going for too long. All right. Oops. Knocking all my stuff down here. Jeez.
But nobody could have expected what was to come.
Sorry. Yeah, it was a... Keep an eye out for bad guys. Okay, Dad. Will do. Oh shit, I moved. It's been over 3 minutes, though. Yeah. Although most of that time was spent on the phone with Dad. Or with Dad calling. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to do anything else here regarding 3 minutes, but you know, that was part of the password. I love a blind playthrough.
It's fucking pathetic.
Another timer set. Just in case. You never know.
I didn't think I'd ever need to tell you this.
So I think I mentioned to you guys that I was watching Star Wars Episode 2 for the first time in many years. I got that in while I was working out the other day, or well, had to split it into 2 parts, but yeah. We got it in, and it's kind of funny because it is, you know, all the prequels are some level of strange. Let me check something real quick. I think I have a very low grade spill, but I just want to make sure it's not worse. All right. I don't think anything's too bad. If I start hearing, you see some electricity arcing up behind me, just let me know. It's like Terminator 2. You just see all the. Just chilling, waiting 3 minutes. We're at 2 minutes on this timer.
If you really want to know, you're going to have to pick up the controller and play the game.
One second. This is a soundtrack that deserves being heard, and had to turn that fan off, man, or turn it down low, because I can't hear anything. Getting close. I don't think he's referring to this cave here, but we have been sitting here for exactly 3 minutes doing nothing. We did, yes, and we waited our 3 minutes, sir. Oh, thank you. Thanks for that meditative moment, guys, that 3 minutes that we had about 3 attempts on, so oof. All right. Okay, cool. Let's call Mom and Dad, and I think we can finally start heading towards Fourside. Call them from the moon or something. Do 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 do. Boo boo boo, yeah, ba 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 ba. Tater said the potato gun. You think it was a scam? Do 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 do. You know, I'd like to think it ain't gonna be like the potato gun that my buddy had. You know, that thing was a beast. I don't know how many shots he got off in that before the PVC, you know, tubing was compromised, but I know I had one joyous shot.
Donkey.
No Ichigo in Wednesday. Oh man, he's they're on you, buddy. Such high expectations from everyone. You know, we love your content, Ichigo. We can't get enough, man. And everyone's wondering, when's he streaming again? You know, I'm happy T-Roy posted the sexiest Mega Man outfits. I'm trying to remember the title, but yeah, that was a. I'm glad that I found that moment live and saw a little bit of that towards the end. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, that was funny, guys. Yeah, that was, for those of you who don't know, this was you've seen in the chat often T-Roy Jenkins, Tater, and Ichigo here. They were all they had a meeting of the minds, right, to discuss and debate their favorite sexy Mega Man outfits, configurations, etc. You know. Ichigo says it was a hot mess. Hey, that happens sometimes, man. Ichigo's like, that one shouldn't be up on the internet now. Right, and I'm guessing we had that emote before that, but at the very least, for me, I think that image really just takes the discussion to an, you know, it really just kind of takes it to a, it raises the stakes totally. I mean, what can I say? Well, I'm looking forward to the rematch there. That's hilarious. You know, that's interesting. I don't know if you guys have done any of those. Hey, T-Roy, welcome. Speak of the angel. There he is. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have done any of those joint streams recently, but that's fun stuff. Yeah. I guess I'm a late adopter. One thing that I think could work is, yeah, I don't know. I would like to do, you know, sound effects, you know, drop stuff for someone else at some point too. I want to try that and be freed up of having to think too much, and you know, instead I can just, you know, crack the knuckles and just, you know, yeah, so if the sound is coming through from mine as well, then it's like at any point someone else is playing. And I don't think there would be that crazy of a delay if, you know, it's going to be a matter of like a couple seconds, I think. But yeah, I think it could, I don't know. I was thinking that it could possibly be pulled off with the Twitch, like a multi-streaming or whatever. I forget what it's called. Yeah, man. Well, whenever you get something together, please, yeah, stream together. Yeah, the one that's like, yeah, that's native to Twitch now, or yeah. Well, yeah, if you guys get one rolling, you'll have to tell us about it. Yeah, put it in the calendar. Next time you get another debate rolling. I'm looking forward to round 2. Let's kill him. Kill him. With extreme prejudice. What are you guys weak to? I don't know. Turtles. Little armored frogs. Yeah, cool. Well, when you guys get it going for real, yeah, please, you know, give us a little heads up here. That'd be fun. I can try to rate in or something. I want to see some turtles. Yeah, that'd be fun. Sounds good, T-Roy. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm on the outside. Like, hey, guys, hey. I want to play. Sure, well, that was the out, wasn't it? Because I know you guys, you know, like me, it's, we try the plan sometimes, but other times, you know, you just got to get in there and roll with it. I'm not seeing any of the sounds I want, so we'll just hit this one. So sometimes it results in that, but sometimes it's amazing. That's the beauty of it, you know. The magic of live. Player 1. Uh-oh. I'll have to get the game first off. Yeah. Oh, well, I knew about the kid. I know that, yeah, but not the secret agent part. So, wow, okay. Yeah, it kind of blew his cover there. It's gonna get him killed in the field.
Oh! Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
I watched the first Turtles recently. I had never watched the whole thing. And, it had been on at one point when I was a kid, like at daycare or something, but I wasn't really watching it. I must have had something else really cool going on to not be watching Turtles. But yeah, you know what's interesting? So I grew up with the Turtles 2 VHS, and that was like a regular, you know, that one got a lot of play. We wore that tape out. So Secret of the Ooze was the one that I was used to. So it's interesting because they're, you know, of course, Turtles 1 tells the origin of everything, whereas Turtles 2 kind of, they're already established and, you know, it's, they're a known entity. And I think Turtles 2, the production seemed better now, but I thought that it was fun. I really liked it. And it had me thinking like, man, because lately I have enjoyed a lot of movies. You know, try to watch some current stuff and stuff within the last few years, but also, you know, enjoying the blockbusters and I don't know, dumb stuff from 80s and 90s as well, a lot lately. And it's fun, yeah. Doesn't take itself too seriously either, which is good, because that I feel like that, you know, when you've got live action Turtles, and that's, I understand at that point with the cartoon having already been big and stuff, that it's like, okay, this is for kids and families and stuff, you know. You're not going to get the grim, dark Turtles of the comics, I guess, you know. I don't know. It's at least not looking like that. They'd need a redesign, I think. Something more than just everyone having red bandanas, but yeah. It goes as dark as the original comic, which they just look as goofy as they do right now, and it's just, oh man, rated R. They could have gone that direction, I guess. It's a decision not to, you know. One of the things that was obvious with the cartoon as a kid was like, I remember having that feeling of like, why doesn't, you know, anytime they're trying to beat up the bad guys, they, of course, you know, to avoid, like, you know, depictions of violence and stuff. But, you know, it's like a common complaint that they were always doing things like cutting a netting or something that would fall on the enemy, or, you know, using throwing a sigh that knocks into something that makes a bunch of barrels fall down, or shuts a door on some people. Or they're never, as a kid, I noticed, like, why doesn't Raph just like stabs somebody? I don't understand. Why doesn't he just stab a guy? And, you know, it's I didn't realize that I was dealing with, you know, I guess some TV standards at the time. But why doesn't Raph just stab a guy? Okay, we're here. I don't think we need much in the way of healing. I think we're pretty good, but let's save. Okay, we really just have to walk over to Fourside, so I think we're good. Yeah. I think that there was some animated stuff, Ichigo, that does get violent, or, you know, yeah, that went for that kind of more, or, yeah, you know, sort of dark aesthetic. Tater, you made another funny. Yeah, that was the Turtles 2 was the ninja rap. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely, Dustin. I mean, I didn't know about the comics, of course. Like, I mean, I was really little for Turtles, but I didn't know about the comics until later. I mean, I loved Ninja Turtles, but yeah, that's like some core memory stuff, you know. The Parvinator is first coming online, you know, first coming into consciousness of the world around him. I got sent home from kindergarten because I had this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles jumpsuit, this sick olive drab colored jumpsuit that zipped all the way. I think it like basically zipped just, you know, all the way so you could step out of it and everything. A full, I think jumpsuit's the word for it, but yeah. I got sent home from kindergarten. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought it was because I was too cool for school. It turns out it was because I wasn't wearing any underwear underneath it, and apparently you're supposed to do that. And all I knew was I just was told to get dressed, and to me, getting dressed was covering this stuff. That's what. And this is one of those early, like, I'm dressing myself, and I just wore the jumpsuit, and apparently that was unacceptable. So I was sent home, and yeah, if I sound a little upset about it, yeah, you know, goddamn right. Do you guys ever have any dress code violations? Any calls to legal guardian or, you know, detention or anything? Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. Well, we had to tuck our shirts in at the high school and middle school that I went to. And I don't know, honestly, I think tucking my shirt in middle school was responsible for about at least a third of like some of the bullshit, like feeling terrible about yourself and your own body, like as you're growing and you're you know, you're hitting a growth spurt, you're supposed to like tuck your shirt in and have everything all tight, and so they would just regularly, that was like such an easy thing to write you up or give you detention or something. You had to have your shirt tail tucked in. And yeah. Tater just skipped class, yeah. Yeah, right. Tater's sick. He's not feeling well. Oh, this guy, I forgot about this guy. The weapons seller, always out behind some other establishment. A pizza parlor, a drugstore. Selling a zip gun. I had no idea this was here. That could be... Sounds like that's what Bull needs. Yeah, we're gonna switch it. Thank you. Glad we could work something out. This guy's cool. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, Tater. Yeah, it's... Right. Well, I mean... There is a certain point, too, where it's like sometimes the rules just for being, you know, like... I don't know. There are certain aspects of school and whatnot that it's... Yeah. It's something a kid can do that is ultimately, like... Not a big deal. Like, again, like... dress code violation or something. It's not the biggest deal, but that kind of stuff can, depending on the school too, could really, like, you know, just totally like disrupt, I don't know, like kind of just be more of a disruption sometimes. Especially I think the shirt tail thing is so stupid. I just can't, you know, like, we get to a certain point in high school and most of the teachers don't give a shit at that point, you know? Because they don't want to have to enforce it. Yeah. If you get dropped from a class, there'll be hell to pay. Yeah. Right. Yeah, stay in it. Keep getting good grades. Yeah. Well, sounds like you balanced it out by, yeah, doing pretty well, too. So, yeah, good on you, Tater. Yeah. Bunch of troublemakers, a bunch of Sega kids. That all makes sense now. A bunch of Raiders fans in the chat.
Raiders, bitch!
I'll cut somebody, man. Shing! I like the Raiders. Don't like Las Vegas, but it's okay. Vegas is okay. Seems, I'll say I don't like all the stuff on the Strip. I've only been there like twice, I think, but yeah, not very fun for me. But I'm sure there's all kinds of other fun, but I've heard there's some like some cool local scenes, music and whatnot. Those Sega kids. Agent of Chaos, yeah. Dustin got in a lot of trouble, but high school I was banned from field trips before I even started school there. Yeah, the middle school's calling up at the high school. Hey, look, this kid here. Keep a lookout for him, all right? He's gonna be one you're gonna wanna keep in check. I'm praying for whoever gets Dustin. Alright, I happen to put things in places where they don't belong. And I just bought the Mr. Baseball bat. Let me make sure I don't screw this up. And I think we can sell the old thing. Let's get rid of his minor league bat. And let's, let me just, before I screw things up, let's like move things over. Her has his Mr. Baseball bat. Let's give to Ness. Ness should equip. Sweet. Alright, working our way through it. Yeah, same, Dustin, it was, yeah, it's pretty much same story for me. Like, I had really good grades and stuff, and I was also a teacher's kid, and like, I always went to a school that one of my parents taught at, so like, there was a level of, well, I mean, yeah, they would, you know, I knew that I'm not going to get away with much, because it's all they'd have to do is like, even call a parent's room or something, you know, or just march me down the hall in between class, and then my parents would be pissed. But yeah, I was generally good, but and like I think most teachers still liked me, but I think I was also terrible. Like it, you know, if the class really sucked or the teacher like really got on my nerves, I could find the. I have a capacity to be extremely annoying. It is a weapon to be wielded sometimes, you know, when it's not a detriment. Let me make sure, let's see. But yeah, so I think for a couple teachers I made it kind of hard, but yeah. Generally I was good, but it was more like I was hyperactive. I would be talkative because I'd try to finish the work early and then like, you know, either do my own thing quietly, just drawing on everything, or probably trying to talk to a friend or whatever. Getting up, moving around too much. Nothing too crazy usually. I do that too. Yeah, I would have a lot of teachers that would have a problem with how much I would draw in the margins, or I'd get points deducted for it at a certain point. Like, you're not going to be able to do that in college. Big shout out to that teacher in 7th grade that kept telling me this or that aspect. If you don't get this in this lesson now, you might not like. Oh, I don't know, college. Ooh, it's looking iffy for you, kids. Exactly, Ichigo. Yeah. This is nice, having all this money running up in here, just spending all of it. Did he ask if we wanted to sell the thick fry pan for 99? Is that what I was seeing? Hold on. I think that's what was asked, but I missed it. Yeah, I think he was asking if we want to sell. I think I've missed some of that dialogue. Yeah, because right now she has... We bought the deluxe, and I guess he's like, hey, do you want to sell your other one that he saw in the inventory? So... Where is the other one? Did I sell it? Maybe I did. I'm confused. There you go, Dustin. Nice. Yeah, I loved some desk drawing too, Tater. I got in trouble for a desk at one point. We were talking the other day about doing the whole, you know, painting with your pencil or whatever. I use the word painting very, very lightly there, but yeah, painting a huge, you know, epic war battle across your whole desk, or maybe across like a couple big sheets of paper or something. You know, the little stick figure explode, you know, battles, but maybe there's some tanks in there too. I mean, maybe you're actually trying to draw little guys and throw some tanks in there. Sometimes mix in a little sci-fi, you know. But you basically have a real-time strategy game right there playing itself out on your desk. The kind of that equivalent of modern-day cave art. And some teachers, you know, hey, maybe you could get away with that. And then we started swapping classes, and I remember getting really dressed down by a teacher because I had tattooed the whole chair. So it was all pencils, easily erasable. But I covered like the entire desk because I was bored and had finished the test too early. And then the next kid sat down there and was like, oh no, you know, like, come on, man. What is this? I like to imagine that they like set their books down or something. They're like, oh, it's all like covered in. Because remember, like if you would like lean on a desk or something that had some pencil on it, it was just like, come up, and kids are gross, you know. You come up and you have a nasty. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, nasty. This is taking me back. All right. We had a dare. I got in trouble a couple of times related to dare class, which is hilarious and I guess a little prophetic, but who knows. But in dare, I have mentioned this before, but I also had some victories as well. I won the essay contest in like 6th grade, 5th grade, I think, 5th or 6th grade. One of those years we had dare, and the guy that came was actually like related to some folks at this church that I went to, and was around, you know, somewhat often at that church. He actually, I think, was like a deacon at another church or something, but like he would come by as a dare officer, you know, and as a county sheriff get up and uniform, I should say, not to be precise, but yeah, I remember they came and we had to write some essay, and I ended up winning the essay contest, but I forgot to put my name on the paper. And he was like, we have a situation. He came like the next time that he came, next week or whatever. He's like, we have a situation. You know, we have a winner here, but I don't know who it is. And like, I'm going to start to say a part of it. And if you can come up and tell me, like, you know, what else is going on with this essay, then and prove that it's yours, then you win. Or, you know, then I guess I don't know how he worded it, but that was going to be his system, you know. And there was like one time that he had visited, and I had like thrown the dare assignment like in my backpack, and it was crushed by 1,000 books at this point. I was forgetting. I didn't care about the essay. I was, you know, I just totally forgotten about it. And then, you know, he comes around and like we're kind of, there was one like in between where a few of us got pulled out before we could do something fun like PE. It was like, you got to finish your dare essays. You haven't turned those in. And so I whipped it out right in that moment and turned it in. And that's what it was. And then, you know, he finally came around and then couldn't find the winner. And he starts reading my essay. And I was like, that's mine. And he didn't believe me. He was like, stop. You know, he'd been like, all right, no, whatever. Like, you know, stop joking around. Just totally like, like just sort of dismissed it quickly. He's like, okay, whatever, you know. And then I was like, no, I can, that's my essay, you know. And I came up and he was like, well, come here. And like, he just took me just like right outside the class, and I was just telling him what was in the essay. And he's like, oh, okay, well, that's yours. It is funny. I don't know. I had this guy doubting me. Shit, maybe he had a keen eye, you know? Who knows? He could sniff it out, you know. This one's gonna be trouble. Still haven't bought a zip gun for Bull, or have we? I think we did. Yeah. It was a good place to learn about them, Tater. You read the descriptions and it's like, they try to make it sound bad. Sometimes it doesn't always work. I won a lion. Darren the lion. It was a stuffed little lion that I had. Sadly, it's gone. I've told the story before, but I was moving and I was in an everything must go mode, and I looked over at this Darren the lion I'd had since I was a kid, and I should have just thrown it on top of something in the U-Haul and peeled out and kept it, but I decided I was going to look at it, have a last moment with Darren the lion, and then send it down the garbage chute, which was a very sad moment. Running out of stuff. I want to sell. So I just had her equip something, but I didn't mean to. We're just gonna pass something over. This what was it? Her got a. We bought an extra coin of slumber. I might not actually need that, huh? Although maybe Parv can take it. Okay, I think at this point, can I sell anything? How quickly we got ourselves into another inventory spot. I think I've bought everything at this point that we can use. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it was weird because, you know, those times that you would get pulled out of your regular school instruction, you know, often it's funny because it could be so hit or miss. But you know, sometimes you would at least hope it's like some kind of positive, you know. But totally, Tater, now that I think about it, like especially when we got to high school, I think we got like a different group that was coming in, and I remember a couple of years of having like being brought to the gym, and they bring some speaker out. Some of them were very poorly organized, like events. I don't know what they were thinking. They would have the kids in, and I guess they would just rotate big groups of these kids in throughout the day into the gym, and just like have people giving their like testimonies essentially of how they came to Jesus after, you know, hitting rock bottom in their life, and like it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? There's like a way to kind of have some education about that versus the yeah, and of course it's just a bunch of kids up in the bleachers. You know, this is different. Everyone's out of their element, so it's like, but then you have like, sit down, you know, and the teachers are going off too because they some of the teachers feel like they gotta, you know, they're looking over at the cop like, oh, I don't want them to think I don't control my classroom, you know. So you see your teacher sometimes show out whenever there be a guest, or be kind of like extra angry, or I don't know. It's what a mess. Let's sell Bowles Magnum air gun. Sorry, sir, I had to step out, get some air. Yeah, totally, Tater. Yeah, kids can tell when something truly is just like a time killer too, and I don't necessarily think that's what they were always going for with that, but that it can apply to some other stuff too. But yeah, I think, yeah, there's. I think kids can tell when it's like not even just like a, hey, when are we gonna use this? You know, they're talking like algebra or something, but yeah, like there's other times with it. It's really like, yeah, just trying to kill some time, you know, especially like when they're doing their it's tough managing all that stuff when they're doing all their standardized tests and stuff. It was tough. I taught for a few years, and I got really checked out by that third job. It felt like I had that realization of, man, even if I had a better position, I don't think I want that. I don't think I want it. I was looking at the workload sometimes and just realizing how crazy it could be. And I wasn't even, I wasn't doing high school. I was like teaching middle school. So the grading stuff was a lot less detailed, essentially, especially since I was assigned to like just the standard English classes or like the remedial reading courses and stuff. So it's not like we're doing any high level essays or something. It's middle school too, but it's, yeah, it was very rote stuff. Even just that, man, I was just drowning in paperwork way too much. And I have a couple friends that I went to school, we went to college together. We were in the same program and met through that. And those friends they're still doing it. My two good buddies of mine that we went through everything together. They were able to stick with it. They did have better initial positions. I think that might have made a difference. I could have been, if I felt a little more secure, maybe I would have kind of really. Maybe I'll sell a stag beetle or something. I mean, that's a pretty sweet little thing. He doesn't need his Holmes hat anymore, I suppose. It makes you feel like the great detective Sherlock Holmes when equipped. Any actual status effect on that one? Considering selling that Holmes hat if we can. Yeah, it's tough, man. I feel for those guys because they. Yeah, it's a different world, and yeah, it is tough because like I do think it's harder to be an effective teacher, and there's a structure that's really, I don't know, man. It's tough. And dude, schools are going to get hit big time. There was a bunch of funding that was just unilaterally blocked going to public schools that they of course were counting on and get every year. And these funds are just withheld. They're just not going to go there. And a lot of schools are scrambling at this point. A lot of public schools are, really unsure how they're going to make this work. Getting a lot less federal funding. That's the kind of stuff that got me hired those times when I worked. You might remember, like, I think as part of one of those stimulus packages, I don't know, some of that stuff, earmark some funds for education and stuff and for like remedial reading and whatnot. And that's part of what I was getting hired on for 2 of those 3 gigs I worked. Each one of them, actually all 3 were stimulus funding. And it was, I guess that funding didn't work out, but I did my best, Everything was, the funds were used as appropriated for me. We went through the book, we had ourselves a school year. Yeah, each time I was told, like, it was tough because each time I was told, like, hey, this is special money that probably will not be here next year. This job can only be a 1-year thing with a high likelihood of you being released after this, regardless of your performance. Do you still want to take it? It's like, well, yeah, I'd like to have a job. Sounds nice. And then I had to do that, each time it was that I would get, they'd say, you did a good job, but we can't keep you. The third one, I don't think they were going to say that. I was really checked out, but that's okay. At that point, it was best that I parted ways with education. I was just so burned out. It's what, it doesn't do, a burned out teacher isn't doing anybody any good. I made it. It didn't affect any performance until towards the very end, and I was just so exhausted that I there was some stuff I just couldn't, you know, like stuff I was supposed to crack down on discipline-wise. And I was just like, eh. You know, I'm going to keep the peace and not, you know, deal with this, again, like some kind of minor thing, a dress code or something like that, you know, like, to keep the peace so we can have a lesson today and not have this kid just blow up and, you know, throw an emotional hand grenade into the class. It's tough, Dustin. Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, Ichigo. I did my service. I gave it a shot. Yeah. You know, I think I also realized too that like I don't I like kids, but I don't really want to have a job that works with them, you know? I mean, you need to do it sometimes to find out, but like you know. Oh yeah, I think I don't know. Looking back, I can see we're doing like secondary education probably wasn't something I should have really been thinking about. I don't really... Or it's a... I don't have the disposition to have a bunch of... let a bunch of kids not run all over me, you know? It's hard not to. Anyway. I'll enough of that on my end, but... If you're already typing something up, let it roll. Let me get out of here. I'm in menu hell because I'm talking. I think Jeff needs a gun. Can I sell the Holmes hat? That's what we're going to try to do. No, we're going to talk. We're going to hit sell. I go to Jeff. We're going to sell the Holmes hat. He can buy it for 29 bucks. We're going to take that 29. We don't need to buy anything else. I think we have a, I'll be able to get over a coin of slumber to Parv. Boom, boom. Okay, so let's see. Jeff, let's get him his... let's see, doesn't her have it? Where is it? Zip gun. Yes, thank you. Whoops. Maybe I should get a quick break in. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. It's sometimes in this game and some of these early, some of the early Dragon Quests, I'll have some menu moments. You know what I'm talking about. I'll have a menu moment where, you know, your eyes just start going cross, and you're like, you're also like getting the confirm and back buttons mixed up, even though you have done it 1,000 times. The menus here, it is reminding me a lot of DQ3 for the Super Famicom, Dragon Quest 3. Some of the like menu within a menu. Yeah, that's, I didn't mean to do that. Equip, go to equip. They should let you equip from that screen. I get it, but yeah, ooh, that's a hard one. All right, Jeff. How about a zip gun? What do you think? Get your zip on. I need to grab a Snickers. I must be getting hangry. Let's. I can keep going for a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna get a break here in just a second, but. Let's do that now. We're all saved up.
So I'm gonna fucking grind that shit out.
I'm just gonna grind it out when we get back, at least for a little bit longer. Got that late start. You know what? Let's go here. Mix up the music. All right, guys, this has been a fun one. Thank you. We tried that bus ride to Fourside, but The traffic is a killer. Hoping we can get a little get a little progress going today. A whole lot of setup that needed to be done, but I think we're ready for a trek through the desert. All right, guys. I'll see you guys back here in just a bit. BRB. Thanks for hanging.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
Oh my god!
Hey, yo. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Nice slow fade in. Jeez. Oh, I forgot to fix the old, yeah. What can you do? I need to up my bandana game. I really need a haircut is what I need. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, guys. Riding the bus. At least trying to. Let me fix this thing. Too much hair. Yet losing more and more every single day. Question, if you never wash your hair, you won't go bald, right? It'll like, it won't fall out if you don't ever wash it or run your hands through it or anything, right? Right. Check it out, guys. On Friday, we're going to start the healing process, and I think it's going to be a long one. But I've got a Genesis now. I didn't have one growing up, and I want to make it right. So, you know, again, I've got a little list here, taking some recommendations. Some of your faves. If you got any lay hidden gems too, curious about those. Currently got a few carts, but I'll have something on the way that'll help me play, well, all of my favorite Genesis games that I own. Any of them that I could think of. But yeah, right now we're dealing with Sonic 2. I'll shut the window. I think somebody doesn't appreciate retro gaming out there. So, all right, Sonic 2. Really excited about that one. Earthworm Jim 2. Oh, I don't know. 2 sequels so far. And then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Looks pretty sweet with a giant hole in the middle. those Power Rangers are morphin'. For sure. Go, go, no, 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 no. Those aren't great games to start the series on. I mean, maybe Sonic 2? What do you guys think? I'm not sure. I may try to get a cart of Sonic 1. That's not going to be that expensive. I got, you know. Shit, I could go get Sonic 1 tonight. Let's play the game. No, go to the game. Don't go here. See, that's why I need the Stream Deck.
There was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't wow me.
I think so. I've played a good deal of Sonic 1. I don't know that we ever beat it, but we made it. We had like a deep run or two.
Let's keep this Parvinator party going.
Come on in. Welcome, 1-800. Why didn't this... Here, we'll make sure that plays for you now. Here it is.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Somebody heard us talking about Sonic. Welcome. Or thank you. You can... well, yeah, I think it came through, right? Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, 1-800. Thanks for the sub. Yo, welcome. How are you?
What side are you on?
Happy Wednesday. Thanks for the sub. We're playing some Earthbound now. Yeah, you must have heard, your ears must have been burning. You heard some Sonic. You know, so I've loved some Sonic along the way too, and I'm curious for you. Is it a most of the series, like including the current stuff, or are you mostly a retro Sonic connoisseur? I haven't played anything after Adventure 2, so yeah, it's lacking. Her has the deluxe fry pan right now. I think maybe she could actually go sell that one. I think they offered earlier. Yeah, it came at the right time. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I just got a Genesis recently. A buddy of mine got it for me, and we got a good deal on it. And yeah, I'm stoked. I just have these 3 games, but soon I'll have many more. How's things going? I know there was at some points the stream was on at work or some work function, so yeah, don't know if I can give a shout out to the homies, but could be a totally different work by this point. Who knows? I think we saved before this started, but yeah. You gotta play something in the game every now and then, too. Oh, don't buy. We want to sell. Life's tough. God damn it. Sell. I like to think that Ness is just really socially awkward, you know? He's, I want to buy. Oh, damn it. I had to pretend that I didn't just blow that. Okay. I'll take, yeah, deal. 99 bucks. Get it off my hands. Okay, my god, let's explore the desert. Yeah, things are good. Just been rolling with like pretty much 3 days a week around here, and you know, getting a little work done outside of the stream as well, which is nice. But yeah, kind of just a bit of an autopilot. Yeah, it's been fun. Just putting a lot of time into this stuff, and we just finished up a series on Mario 64. I think you might have come in for some of that. Or at least I might have seen you in the chat for some of that. And yeah, that was fun. I had a bit of the emotional hangover finishing that game, honestly, you know. But you know, I mean, come on. I felt the gratitude when he said thank you so much for playing my game. It hit home this time, honestly. Maybe more so than ever.
All right now.
We found a monkey. Our paradise exists beneath that hole. Cuckoo, Kiki. Talarama is great and kind. Talarama? Kiki, cuckoo. And he knows everything Talarama does. Jeez, Talarama. He made us the underground rooms. I can't hear anything. 1 second. I felt like I had... Oh, someone's poisoned. My, I didn't realize it. I think we had something that could deal with that earlier. Is it refreshing herb? Falling asleep, okay. What does Bowl have? Are they poisoned? Sunstroke. They have sunstroke. Wow. Okay. All right. I'll focus in. All right. Let's check out this hole, perhaps. I mean, I know that there's some other stuff around here, but we got characters who are getting some sunstroke. It's not good. A little jazzy battle number. What are these guys weak to? Gonna be defensive and dodge masters. Sci-fire, freeze, open to hypnosis. They're open to it. Well, you know, I wouldn't rule it. These things wouldn't rule it out. What about gaming? That seems to do like a lot of physical damage. I don't know. Not sure if it's elemental. Hit you with the beta freeze. Let's do that. Thanks for the spy there, Bull. I'm really liking this game so far. We've been doing it about like 2 times a week, and it's, yeah. I had always wanted to get around to this one, so glad we finally making good on that. Also, I needed to because I just realized at a certain point, like this, I'm hearing that this game is really good, and I don't want anything else spoiled, so. This was like before, you know, even before I began, it's like, let's get to this. I hear enough people saying it's worth checking out. I don't know if we can go out in the desert like that. I don't know, our characters are a little exposed. I do want to go down that hole where the monkey is. Let's check that out. That music's cool. Got him on the run here. That's nice to see.
I was like, whoa!
Insta-kill? Nice. Bum 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 bum. Let's go. Does anybody like Devo? Any appreciators of Devo or Spud Boys, etc.? They were doing this concert that I was watching. They did a live stream. It was funny. They definitely had that feel of like like a local thing, you know, public access. Not the best descriptor, but yeah, you know, kind of a lo-fi thing, and lots of like local ads for like, you know, kind of local businesses and bands and, you know, stuff like that. It was really interesting. It's like the Mosswood Meltdown is the name of the festival, but yeah, they streamed their 2 days over the weekend, and me and my wife like caught some of the stream and stuff, and I had seen Devo a few years back at a festival, and I liked them a lot prior to that, and I didn't know, you know, it had only been like a few years before that I had really started to get into them, because I think like a lot of people I'd only heard, you know, like Whip It and maybe a couple others. But it's really interesting. Yeah, without going too far into it, there's like like the members of the band. It's a really interesting thing. They mix in a lot of like pretty cool, I think ahead of its time, video and performance art and stuff, and it's interesting. Like at least a few of the guys in the band were like there at Kent State when the National Guard fired on a bunch of protesters, and like I think one of them, it was like one of their friends was one of the folks who died. So it was like that was one of the drives, kind of, or like one of the, I think in interviews they'd even talked about that, kind of like being something that sort of kind of set them off artistically, and you know what I mean, like it was a catalyst or whatever for this kind of crazy project that they would do. And a lot of the music it's sweet, man. It's not just those couple of like biggest songs. And the guys from the band did a lot of other interesting collabs and stuff, including like the music. Okay, Mark Mothersbaugh did like the soundtrack for Rugrats, and I think I was talking about Devo somewhat recently. Yeah, I mean, it's on the soundboard somewhere, but
I was like, whoa!
But yeah, he did like soundtracks for Rugrats, Yo Gabba Gabba, some other things as well. And did I find everything? I think I went the wrong way, huh? Just got excited talking. Let's go back in. What did our guru friend say? Nothing. That's right. He's fasting, practicing silent meditation, and abstaining from anything that would make him sick or smelly too. Please don't bother him. Don't we have like... Do we have to... I wonder what we have to get this guy. Is it something we need to... I can't use the slime generator on him? Jeez. If only. Seemed like a, seemed like I was going for a... Yeah. To go for a Hail Mary there, but yeah. Denied. What else? Are they hungry? Sick or smelly too. I'm gonna keep talking to you. I'm gonna just piss them off.
Whoa!
Maybe we can find something somewhere else. Don't know if I have it here, but, you know, maybe there's a hint elsewhere. Yeah, I can't use these things. Alright, let's see what we can do to get Talarama out of their meditative stance. Yeah. Trance, rather. But what can we do? Great and kind, and he knows everything. Okay, tell me more.
What the fuck are you talking about?
My cat has hunted a toy mouse. She's outside. I'm hearing, oh, oh. Oh, hello. Okay, we got the smiling sphere and the Skelpion, okay? I love this smiling sphere. Oh, hell yeah. Cat is right outside the door with this toy mouse, too. It's, oh, oh. Maybe she wants to make an appearance. Are you guys on different rows? You are. Okay. Makes sense. Scorpion's out. Let's get that smiling sphere, okay? Vulnerable to sci-fi or open to hypnosis. They're open. Hey! Hello. Oof. We got dragon breathed. Yikes. Still to one of us. I need a party healing spell. I don't know if hypnosis would be worth it or if we should just pound the thing at this point, but good to know. I'll try it. I think it mentioned fire and freeze, right? Didn't it? Hello. Oh, we put the Smiling Sphere to sleep. What do you think? It exploded into bits. Oh. That's gonna hurt.
What's going on, man?
Jeez, man. Barely got out of that alive. What do you think? Is it time to get down? Hello. All right. The cat is down. We've got a cat down. Okay, and then there's a goofy looking dinosaur up here. This is a strange desert. This is kind of strange, right? We had a floating eye that we fought, and there's some kind of reptile or, you know, dinosaur. Goofy looking, like Mardi Gras dino or something. Carnival raptor?
You don't want to hurt the boy, Harvey.
I think we need to be careful. Surprised no one's dead. Let's life up some people. I think we have a meal we can have too. Oh, you're right down there. I feel like I'm worried to want to roll over you with the chair wheel. Got our cat. She'll just, if she doesn't sit up here, if she doesn't sit on me, then sometimes she'll just like sit down about as close as she can be on the floor. And I gotta be really careful when I get up because I am a clumsy dude. And just today, I kicked her a little bit accidentally. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh!
I didn't mean to. I was getting up out of the chair here, and you know, didn't see her at all. She was cool. She was actually really happy to jump up in the chair. I don't think she minded at all. But yeah, little tiny cat. I didn't even know she was in the room at the time. She had just come in quietly, and while I was in the work zone, and then I just turned my chair, basically even still looking at this, you know, finishing up the thing I was writing, and then started to get up, and next thing I know, I've hit something. Yeah, sorry about that.
Father, Son, Holy, what have you?
I don't know if this thing is friendly or... Oh, hello. Okay. Got a little bit closer and it proved it is probably not friendly. What is crested buka? Okay.
He's running.
Like that crest. Okay, let's just bash until we know what's up. Oh shoot, her. Try something. Wow. I seemed pretty... Oh, did I miss... Did Bull get his spy in? Distracted by getting... Seeing our character sweat it out has me reaching for the water. Man, you really can just get lost out here in the wasteland, can't you? The Badlands. Oh shit, we gotta do... Side then. Nah.
Mamma mia!
Thank you guys for hanging. Happy Wednesday. I'm gonna keep this rolling maybe another half hour or so, then... It's kind of... Oh, hello, dog. New dog, new... Okay. Also a buffalo. Oh, bison. There we go. Oh man, look at this buffalo. I would just like to get props to whoever did the pixel art for this buffalo here, man. Isn't that a nice buffalo, folks? Come on.
Give me a hell yeah!
Congratulations!
I don't want to hurt the buffalo. What about our dog? What was it named? Desert Wolf. Oof. Okay. Love fighting new enemies. Smash until we know what's going on. I'll try another freeze though. Wow. Vulnerable to fire and paralysis, and we got it pretty good with that ice attack. It's still here. Now we know what to... This is fun. I'm really starting to like the gameplay in this, like as the game builds. This has been cool, and it is such like a slow burn. And I'm not there. I mean, I still have other like level spells, and then I'm sure some. But yeah, I don't know. This is interesting. Yeah, I see how it becomes a little more, you know. It becomes a little more complex, and I think at the beginning, especially when it was just Parv, I had a couple moments where I was like, okay, am I under-leveled? I'm also just playing dumb as well. Helps so much to start getting the other players, and then, yeah, I don't know, I think I'm starting to dig the, you know, what's going on gameplay-wise, too. I've enjoyed it, but yeah, it's I'm enjoying it more. Here we go. Let's move it on. You get it. We'll hit it with fire next time. Look at this wolf. Thirsty wolf out here in the... Sweating it out with us. Little skinny wolf. Lean.
Thank you!
Alright.
That's a great fucking record, man.
Love this song. Okay, let's see what our Desert Wolf has in store for us. Try fire? Okay, gotta be careful. Her is low. Sweet. Love when we get the bad buffalo, huh? Taking a buffalo stance on us. That's one of those songs I didn't hear at all until a certain point, and then I'm hearing Buffalo Stance. Maybe it got an even wider acceptance. but it's a hit. It's a good one. You know what's interesting is that, like, I was reading a little bit from a couple of, and I've had a friend or two somewhat in this orbit, but not so much. You know, a little different. Yeah, just kind of talking about how, when it comes to things like DJ sets or a playlist or something, there's so much AI generated content that's posted to YouTube and elsewhere, and who knows, this could even be AI, me right now. So suddenly the screen just you get a glitch in the matrix, a reset. I don't know, it's interesting to think about, like, just kind of, I'll just go to like a lo-fi, you know, let me just go to this like playlist here, and then it's all, you know, I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know if you guys have dealt with it. Hey, what are you doing? Be careful getting in the closet. That's not a good way to go. Okay, had a cat that was about to knock a fan over, so.
Rocket, man.
Man, going out in the desert, just the stream is going off the rails. We could just bash this tiny little Skelpion. Gotta get Paula some help. I'll try to find DJ sets and stuff. There are a lot of those, you know, ones that are usually either recorded or posted live, and it'll be someone out of a coffee shop or, you know, out of their own basement, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I try to look for stuff like that because, I don't know, I just have seen content that has made me wonder at points. And then also just like reading that from a couple different places, and, you know, I don't know, it's just kind of something to think about. I guess you could say, who cares? But I'd also like to, well, you know, if I'm going to watch something on YouTube, I'd rather what a minuscule amount of ad money, if any, goes anywhere, I'd like it to go to the folks, you know, actually sitting and making it. You often can't even really, since a lot of DJ sets would use copyrighted material in some way, they often aren't actually getting any YouTube ad revenue or anything, but all right, I don't know. We're not doing so good. Let me get everybody healed up. Keep forgetting. Wonder what else is out in this desert. I haven't checked our map either, foolishly. Can we see that thing? Maybe not now. We're not in a town, we're out in the wilderness. Let's give that over to her. This song is fun. This game is so cute. I don't know, it's cool. It's there's some I love some of the choices made. Yeah, there's a taste that I appreciate in this. It's been fun, man. I could see why I don't know, I could see why a lot of folks might not have been ready for it when it first came to North America. I don't think I was, as a... If I had a friend that was into it and could lead me in, I think that would help. But yeah, at that point wasn't playing JRPGs.
I don't like my club at all. No, because I don't like his attitude is too egotistical. Can't be around the guy. More 5 minutes around him is that's all I can take.
What a dick.
Dusty Dunes headquarters for finding buried gold. Okay, we've got a backhoe. This hole's great. Good hole, good hole, good hole.
What's going on?
First, someone asked me to dig for buried gold.
That is a disgusting act.
I began to feel like I was obligated to find it. Man, am I starving. Do you have any food you can spare? Seems like you have a lot of stuff. What are you gonna give me? Okay, how about a bottle rocket? I really don't have a lot of food to give them, I guess. But I saw the picnic lunch. Thank you. Oh, someone's... Bowl's heat stroking out again. Okay, let's get that fixed. Hey, you okay? And healing doesn't fix that, right? It does. Well, here's a hole. What's inside the building here? Oh, a phone. Okay, sweet. Perfect. It's a small house, but please stay the night. All right. You wake up to the sounds of some heavy dub. Construction workers like, hey, how's it going? Oh, another night, huh? Okay. The soundtrack is so wild.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
You know what? I'm gonna call Mom first so we don't get homesick. We're gonna wrap this thing up soon. And dance aerobics. Good luck, Mom. Getting her exercise in. Nice. Alright, Dad. Here we go. Alright, this is perfect. I think we're all healed up and saved. Oh, shit. Okay, the cat's on the other side of the chair. Without thinking, I just started rolling up. Alright, cool. Let me see if anybody's streaming right now.
Oh, wow!
We might do a little Twitch raid. Let's see what's up. Stick around for a bit. We'll wrap this thing up officially. I am curious. I like this. I don't know. Just a side note, I do appreciate all the ways that this game takes some JRPG elements and wraps them into these, like, you know, modern explanations for things, you know, having to call Dad to, like, save and stuff. I don't know, it's funny. And then it just goes off the deep end in other ways. It's perfect. Really grounded sometimes, and then, yeah, it just goes to... Yeah, well, outer space. Some magical realism for you. Let's go here while we chill. I'm gonna wrap this thing up in just a bit. Let me see if anybody's on Twitch. And we might do a little... Might do us a little raid. Give me just 1 second. You know what? I think tonight we'll just do a cut and run. Actually, not quite a cut and run. I got a little collage for you if you want to see it. Should be fun. Let's go here, guys. On Friday, I'm really looking forward to it. Finally, we begin the healing process. Okay? I don't care what side of the console wars or even which iteration of the console wars you are in. I do care, but this is all to say we're all coming together. It's time for healing. You know, some of us said and did things that can never be taken back in honor of our favorite video game system. Maybe even one you didn't even own yet. But we're going to put all that aside. Dustin, thank you. Absolutely. Yeah. This is the big one, okay? Some say Nintendo don't. A lot of talk about blast processing. I don't know. We're going to find out on Friday. Probably doing this game, most likely, Sonic 2, and talking about the Genesis too. So yeah, bring your stories and stuff. And I want to hear about the Sega kid in your life. Okay. All right, guys, I'll be back on Friday. I'll see you around. Adios. Let me do a little collage for you in honor of this little bus ride. Damn traffic. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for the subs. 1-800. Thank you, thank you, Dustin, for the sub as well. And Kat. Oh, we got 3 of them. Oh, yeah. Thank you, guys.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
I'm going to get out of here, guys. Adios. That's right, Dustin. Yeah. Have a good one, guys. See you on Friday.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
Oh my fucking God! Maybe. Crazy. But that's how it goes.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
Give me a hell yeah!
This is the way.
And Merry Christmas became a common greeting once again.
That's the game.
asshole. You got that? You're an asshole.
PK fire! PK fire!
Hell yes.
Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry.
Wow, Sonic's fast too.
You introduce me to my mind. I can't forget you.
The Parvinator.
There was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't wow me.
Crazy, but that's how it goes. as foes. Maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to hate.
I bid you good night, good night, good night.